Silverbolt here with a quick, very first impressions video on Warbotron's Computron's Strafe. It has taken me 3 years to finally complete this box set, and I'm very glad that I did. First impressions, very nice toy, love the colour scheme. Missing an ankle tilt, that's a bit of a niggly thing, and the guns don't go straight up, close enough, but overall first impressions, I'm so happy I've got him. Now I've got to make it when I get home, I've got to make about a 90-mile trip to pick up the other 3 so I can put him together in glory.
Difficulty of transformation?
Considering it's me and I'm a ham-fisted buffoon, I'd say about a 3 out of 5. No, 2 out of 5. He's not hard. He's a little bit twisty, and these wrists are very tight. But overall, I'm happy. I'll be able to do it without the instruction booklet eventually.
The look of the robot mode?
Look at the robot mode. I really like the aesthetics of the Warbotron stuff. The only one I didn't like a huge amount was the Onslaught for their Bruticus paint job, for the Bruticus thing. But the individually for all of the constructor bots, apart maybe from Nose Cone, are really nice. Strafe I put up there with Lightspeed is probably the nicest one of all of them so far to come out. Close second behind Afterburner. But I'll give a more accurate representation of my feelings on it once I have all 5 of them together. The vehicle mode, I like it. I think it's not quite as streamlined a space fighter as you might expect for Strafe, but on the whole, it has the big red wings, it has the overly sized cannons on the front. I'm very happy with that.
Aside from the lack of ankle tilts, any other inherent faults with the toy?
At the moment, no. I don't think I've said this before in a video, so I'll say it now. I'm not the biggest thing of hip flaps. They were described as like half grass skirts, and I think that's a very good way of describing them. I find I know what they're there for, but I find they get in the way a bit too much. Other than that, I have no problem. I quite like him so far. Despite
your rage with Make Toys take on Computron, you said in the video that you actually quite like their Strafe.
I did like their Strafe, and that was the simplest one to transform as well. This guy wins out. This guy definitely wins out. I wouldn't trade them now. But then in saying that, I sold my Quantron to a good friend of mine, and he's very happy with it. So, he even gave me a poster that he put together with Quantron on it. So, oh, someone's got my first blaster. But yeah, overall, very happy with this guy. Well, Scattershot, the last and final part of the Computron series from Warbotron. Ignore that bit. It's had a little bit of battle damage over the last bit of time. I'm going to have to stick it back together. I didn't break it. I'm going to point out this wasn't me. When I opened the box, it was like this. Stop looking at me like that. He is gorgeous. I love the face sculpt. Huh? Never going to live that down. He's gorgeous. I absolutely love the face sculpt, even though, yeah, technically it's the wrong colour. But other than that, no, he's fine. He scales very nicely next to Strafe. Really good, stiff, tight ratchet joints.
So hot.
So hot. And an ankle tilt. I'm a big fan of ankle tilts. Even though it's part of the transformation into Computron, because there's the pin, there's the peg for the leg points. Comes with a fair whack of accessories and doodads and little gizmos, which I'll get a proper play with when and if I get this back to my hometown. These guys are probably going to have to stay in storage for a bit because I'm not going to be able to get them onto a Ryanair flight because Ryanair are cheaper. I haven't put him into vehicle mode yet because he's going to take a little bit of fiddling and faffing around with, but other than that, overall, very pleased. I had a bit of buyer's remorse when I picked up both of these, mainly because I thought, oh god, the wife's going to kill me, but now I'm actually really pleased that I bought them. So.
You say you're not the biggest fan of Scattershot's inherent vehicle mode?
No, I'm not. I've never liked that fighter clunky brick space thing that he had going on. I never liked it. But I think I'm going to prefer this version to the original G1 version, namely because he's not going to have that big, he doesn't have that big nose cone back piece that just didn't work as far as I was concerned. I never liked it. I did like the base mode that you can make when you can make him into kind of like an artillery cannon that you see briefly in the episode of one of the Rebirth. And we'll see if I can get him into this one as well for that. But other than that, no, never liked it. This one I do like. We'll see I'll see how the alt mode feels once I get round to doing it, and I'll having to do a video some point down the line of the last 2 parts for Scattershot and Strafe.
Will you be doing a separate video on Computron himself?
Yes, because what I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably end up transforming it all individually, sticking it all together and giving my final thoughts on the range as a whole.